All right, we're going to look at some speed, distance, time problems to review, similar to what you saw in your quiz, and then we're going to review with these a little bit to see how we can improve. So first one we're going to look at, it's really important that you notice that you're given all of the equations here at the top. So it's important that you utilize those throughout the quiz. It says, number one, you're being chased by a dog and you're moving at 5 meters per second. If you can run at that pace for 50 seconds, what's the farthest distance you can go? So if we look at this, what we're looking for is what is the farthest distance you can go. Based on that, that tells me we're going to use the distance equals speed times time equation. So from there, we're going to fill in our information that we need. You're going to use the information and the labels that are used in the word problem. So for example, when we're looking for speed, if I look up here, I have 5 meters per second, or I have 50 seconds. Looking at those two, we know that speed is always distance per amount of time. So we're going to actually use this 5 meters per second. Then for time, we can see that we have over here 50 seconds. So we're going to fill in 50 seconds. When we do that math, we get 250. Now we need to figure out what to label it. Well, if we look here, the problem's asking us for distance. You're going to use the information that's already in the equation. So we have meters, we have seconds, or we have seconds. If we look at those options and we're looking for distance, distance is meters. So we're simply going to label it 250 meters. For the next one, it says you are driving in your mom's car to go to your aunt's house. Her house is 2,000 miles away. It takes her 4 hours to get there. What is your average speed? So again, the very first thing we're going to look for is to see what the problem's asking for. And this problem is asking, what's her average speed? Because of that, we're going to use the equation speed equals distance over time. Now we're going to pull out the information from the word problem. So the first part is distance. I'm choosing either 2,000 miles or 4 hours. Looking at those two, the best option for distance is going to be the 2,000 miles. And that means our time is going to be the 4 hours. When I do this math, my answer is going to come to 500. Now we need to figure out what to label it. So again, we're looking for speed, and the big thing is you remember that speed is distance per time, and we're going to use the information that's in the equation. So again, we're going to go 500, and then if we look at the problem, we have miles, and the time we're using hours. So I'm going to put miles per hour, or you can write it like that. And yes, that's extremely fast. For the last one, it says you need to go to the mall. If the total distance to the mall is 800 meters and you walk at a pace of 4 meters per second, how long will it take you to get to the mall? So we're going to look up here, we're looking at how long will it take you. That's going to be time. So time equals distance over speed. We're going to plug in information. So first we're looking for distance. We have either 800 meters or 4 meters per second. Of those two, just 800 meters is our distance. 4 meters per second is our speed. And when we do that math, we are going to get 200, and then we have to figure out our label. Again, it's asking for time. When you tell somebody how long it's going to take you to get there, you respond with time, either minutes, seconds, hours. So when we look at this problem's been using seconds. So it's simply 200 seconds.